monk's got no business. What are you doing? Aren't you meant to be...
A monk's got no business out here. What happened to your vows? Aren't you meant to be in the monastery?
What are you doing here? You're playing truant from the monastery, aren't you?
A tankard, dear.
All right, all right.
Aren't you meant to be in the monastery?
A monk's got no business out here. What happened to your vows?
Good evening. God bless.
Can we do something about the price?
All right, so. Finally, a reasonable sum.
Truant from the monastery, lad.
My pleasure. Coming right up.
Aren't you meant to be in the monastery, lad?
A monk's got no business out here. What happened to your vows?
Only one.
Aren't you meant
What
to
are
be
you
in the
doing
monastery?
here?
A monk's
You're
got no
playing
business.
truant
From the monastery, aren't you?
What are you doing here? A monk's got no business.
Day.
A monk's got no business out here.
A monk's got no business.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating.
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
Aren't you meant to be in
Do you know anyone Lubos used to spend time with?
Not with anyone from the village.
That's all. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
A monk's got no business out here. What happened to your vows?
Vodenka studena. Dip.
I am honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know anything about it, but ask all you want.
That's all. Thank you.
Take care.
Apples straight from the tree, melons right off the vine, and beetroot fresh from the fields.
Did I tell you how my wife sleeps?
No, I didn't know she did that. God save.
My,
How may I help
have a
you?
look
Good
at
night.
those melons. Wouldn't they make a fine
Goodbye.
treat? Feel free to have a knock.
Look out. God be with you.
Take care.
A tankard here! Aren't you meant to be in the
monk's got
monastery,
no business out here. What happened to your vows?
Why are you creeping around like a foot?
What's the hold-up there?
Got a bellyache, have you? That's nasty.
A monk's got no
What happened to your
business out
vows?
here. What happened to your...
Coming right up.
What happened to your vows? What are you doing here? You're playing truant.
Aren't
The
you
monk's
meant to
got
be
no
in the
business
monastery out here?
What
The
happened
blessings
to
of
your
our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
Coming.
Sod this. Hey, I'm dying of thirst here.
Here we are.
What are you doing here? You're playing
you meant to
truant
be
from
in
the
the
monastery, aren't you?
Hey, where's my ale?
My pleasure.
Aren't you meant to be in the monastery, lad?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sir Hanush gives a job like that to a young fellow like you? Well, what do I care? Ask.
That man Lubosh who was murdered,
He was a strange one, always...
do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend...
I really don't know.
That's all. Thank you.
A monk's got no business out here. What happened to your vow?
I've come in the name of Sir...
Sir Hanush...
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
I'll have a beer.
I didn't see much of him lately, not even in the tavern. Not till yesterday in church, as it happens.
That's all. Thank you.
Coming.
I've come in the name...
Sir Hanush gives a job...
Got no business out here.
That's all.
What happened to your vow?
Here.
Take care now.
Enjoy it.
I'm sorry I can't tell
I've
you
only
everything,
got 2 hands.
but maybe we can work something out. But first, I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
It doesn't matter where I'm from.
Sorry to have asked then. I was simply curious. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanush to send that old grouch Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujit, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noyo? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhoff stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest.
Here.
Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
There. Satisfied?
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal.
Here. Enjoy.
Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical, condemning vices, and of course describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days, and stories from real life with a nice moral to them are popular as well, especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs. While Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
You're playing truant from the monastery, aren't you?
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
Amongst them. To the women. God bless them.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
To be in the monastery, lad.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Przyszła bida mora lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj panuje sej smutek, do mnie i rano utek, niech już małżeński majstat, do przerażylne staje prak. Už sejmoj svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě kůži. Nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požadem si umí jako poslední den. Buďme se vámi a do rána slávy a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem. Tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu jsou nejden. Tak nalej mi hned, ať točí se svět.
Enough of this!
Bailiff, come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped, and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Come on, then, bailiff.
Pour me one.
She only started not long ago. Always in the evening, while there's still a bit of
You
light.
think because I'm a man of the cloth I won't kick your arse?
Bugger this!
You're right there.
Yeah!
I'll get you, you swine.
Thou shalt not hurt thy neighbor,
Way
fucker.
And he says, right away, he'll take them. And how much do I want for them?
Well, now.
I was surprised
What's
myself.
this?
But I wasn't sure.
Do something! My God, over there!
A high price.
For God's sake,
And
there!
these days,
Over
it's
there!
fine.
Help!
I started counting out the coin.
Over there!
Just like that. What I heard.
Help!
He's a right
Over there!
And what did Betty have to say?
She was well pleased. As you can imagine. Even more when I told her Tonda will take everything she makes.
For God's
Hey,
sake!
you!
There!
Halt!
Over there!
A bit of extra coin never hurts.
Surrender!
You'll have to...
I yield!
I was told you were dragging a lifeless body around on your shoulder. Where the fuck do you think you are? Personally, I'd rather string you up. But unfortunately, all I can do is throw you in jail.
Are you pulling my pizzle? Don't you know who I am? You better watch your step, or I'll make things so hot for you, you'll be lucky to get a job slopping out piss pots.
Aye, right. I've gone all weak at the knees.
Ah! Christ! Who's there? Damn it, alarm! What? Christ, a thief! People! A thief! Ah! Oh! Ow! Murderer! There! I fucking just killed someone!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Someone's just been killed.
Oh my god! As in person, there's a corpse here! Christ almighty! God, help! Everyone... Here!
away with it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Got weak at the knees and...
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.